Yeah. So I was talking about when we started working with children, the question was, in our mind at least, was what is important? Mm. And so when we look at what is important, and you will say child is important. Yes, obviously. For the child's own, let's call it interests, talents, whatever. I'm just using these two terms as interchangeable terms. Interest, talents, whatever, those were important, isn't it? And so the question was, okay, if for the child, uh, interest in talents, and that is what is the real thing, um, then what is important for us? Let's say, okay. So that was the initial search, and as we worked with children, we started noticing something interesting. So let's see what you notice. So I have a little. Um, let's 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 share a slide. Right. So I have a little visual, and I want you to tell me, uh, what do you see which others are not seeing? Obviously, we don't know what others are seeing, but certain things are obvious. Like if you say that I see a lady talking to, a man, obviously that's everybody is seeing that. If you see a railway engine in the background, yes, or a platform or a railway station. So everybody else is seeing that. So let's talk about what we are seeing which others are not seeing. Yeah, this is just a quick starter. So quickly you can throw in whatever you see which others you think will not be seeing.
I think everybody is engaged in doing what they are doing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. Whatever's coming to your mind. What are you seeing? What others are not seeing, or not necessarily seeing? Let's call it this way. I put this question because that's what happened with us. You know what we were seeing, nobody else was seeing, and I thought, okay, maybe I'm seeing the wrong thing. But then as time went on, we realized it's neither about wrong or right, but it's about what you want to see. So yeah. So what are you seeing?
The lady is
Which,
asking address from a vendor.
sorry?
Okay, somebody else was speaking, I think.
It's okay, you can go.
Okay. Now I feel it's the lady is asking address from a some guidance from a vendor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She's asking more people. If more people come on video, if I can, I should also be able to see you. That would be nice. If you can come on video, if you just can't come on video, uh, then use the chat, video, audio. We just, yeah, keep on saying. Come on,
I
fill
see
this.
the two boys connecting with each other visually, like one
Mhm.
on this side and one on the other side.
Okay, let me zoom in on the picture. Right, that will make it. Is this better? Is it got bigger for you? Right, let's zoom in on the picture. Right, tell me, what are you seeing? Which
I
probably
can
are
see luggage that is unattended.
okay. Okay.
I can
Okay.
see the
Let's also
person.
let me, sorry. One moment. Let me add little more to the question. What do you see which others are not seeing, but which is important to see? Important to you now, not like that your luggage part is nice, but you know, okay. Maybe it is attended. We are just the person is out of the frame.
So the person who is reading the newspaper is not disturbed by the surrounding. That is
Okay, not
one.
this. Mm-hmm.
And this guy who is in the purple colored jacket is busy in observing.
Observing. Okay.
This
Let's
this
some more
man
time.
in this man in the kurta is holding something in his hand which I'm not able to make out. He's folded his hands behind on the back. He's holding something which I'm not able to make out.
Yeah, that's okay. Whatever you're not able to make out, let it go. What you are able to see, which others are not able to see, you are able to see very clearly, but others are not able to see.
The child
There's no
on the
rush,
right
chaos.
Okay, I heard rush, chaos, not being there. Okay,
Not there, so the
not
train
there.
is yet to depart, perhaps.
Okay, yes,
For
Karthik.
me, the child on the other side of the platform is too close to the railway tracks.
Okay, Karthik is worried about that.
One
child
child
on
is
the
running on the staircase, I see. I
Okay,
mean, rushing,
running,
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 rushing.
or hop, skipping,
yeah.
jumping.
Train has eyes.
Train has eyes. Yeah.
The vendor is smiling at what the lady has asked. I mean, I see a smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And
the,
it
the
looks
emotional
like a
state between both of these conversation doesn't match. The man is smiling and the woman
But
expressions are not very
one
receptive.
very one
Okay.
very interesting thing is if the whole platform is very clean, but there's only one space which is red, and this man is sitting on that red space. Which is looks like the dirtiest. I don't know why red, because all the other shadows are of the same color, but
Okay.
the whole
Interesting.
platform is so clean, but only this guy is sitting, and especially on the top of this, so looks different.
So this is not a photograph. It looks like a painting kind of a thing. And
Yeah.
the person who has done has put lot of attention to details. If you look at the engine below side,
Okay.
lot of attention to details.
Okay. So let's. So today's session is about something which we kind of thought that we were seeing, which we thought that others were not seeing. And what we were seeing was what can be loosely called as abilities. Well, what we think most people were seeing, not in this picture, we'll come to this picture, in children in general, when we were working with them, is about what they were doing or maybe how they were doing, but not the inside abilities that they were using. Somehow, at least that's the sense we got and still get, that people miss out on the abilities because they're not like out there. They're there. Whatever you think is ability. So let's go back. So now see from the lens of abilities. What abilities are you seeing? Just rattle off the abilities. One words.
Expression.
Expression, concentration,
Observing,
observing.
Agility.
Sorry, what?
Agility of the child who's
Agility, yes.
Detailing.
Mm-hmm.
Patience.
Patience,
Concentration,
concentration,
Listening.
listening, maybe negotiation,
patience,
connecting,
connecting,
Giving.
giving. More? At least 68 more?
What was the question? Sorry, I missed.
The question is, what do you see? But this time you see using the lens of abilities.
Connecting.
Yeah, connecting. How about the ability to move fast? The train's ability. Do you see the train's ability? The diesel and the rails and the wheels.
Making sound when ignored.
What would you call that? What ability is that?
Uh, Gaining attention.
attention seeking.
Attention seeking behavior.
Okay, behavior, but not, is that an ability?
Yeah, why not? When required.
Also, I'm thinking there would be some sounds and all in terms of announcement. I mean, I'm seeing that maybe if the train and all is coming.
Maybe seeking clarity,
Mm.
maybe giving information or seeking information. What else?
ability to understand instructions, the platform signage
Yes,
and all of that.
yes, ability to understand instruction. So when you see a group of people or one person or few people, do you obviously we see what they are doing and we see the surroundings and what they are maybe what they are wearing, and maybe we may even see how they are doing, in the sense if somebody is cutting, is a person cutting fast or slow, or do we actually think in terms of, oh, these are the abilities in use? We think so. It's not like that we don't think, but we think so. Sometimes, let's say two people are fighting. Do you think about, hey, which abilities are they using? Or you get caught up in about what they are fighting about, or that the fact that they are fighting. Okay, so let's leave it at that. I will leave it to you to now see for some days, if you would like to, if that is your, if you think abilities are important, i I would invite you to just observe abilities in people, no matter what they are doing. If a beggar is begging, if a person is selling you something, if two people are fighting on the street, if somebody is trying to con you by giving you, let's say, bad fruits for the higher cost, and so on and so forth, right? If you look at it from a right wrong perspective, yeah, that's a different lens. But if you look at from an ability perspective, then you start seeing abilities. Simple. Now the question is, are abilities important? How important is the engine? Does that make sense? So again, I leave it to you, but if somebody has a quick thought, we can take it. I'm
I think abilities are there with only when they are put to use that they are visible.
sure. Fair enough, fair enough. But are we even then seeing it?
Hmm.
Right, when they are being put to use. Just the other day, Karthik had gone to hospital, so Arnav was here at campus and he was missing Karthik, and he was using his ability of logic, conviction, communication, convincing, and adamancy to somehow get me to call Karthik. And I was possibly using all of those back on him. And we were like having a and finally got fed up of me, and like one adult he changed the topic. Isko distract karo yaar, bore kar raha hai. He was able to distract me from this uh, unending dialogue between us. And that was the beauty. A child is distracting an adult enough. Now let's talk about something else. Yeah, but the beauty was all the abilities. And as he was talking, I was trying to match his ability to ability. I don't know who was observing me, but the whole idea, the whole game that I was playing with him was matching whichever ability he used, I used the same ability. And so it became like that kind of a game with him. So the invitation here today is, if you think abilities are important, uh, because let me put it this way, the content will keep changing of what we do, isn't it? The content will keep changing. Today you are doing something. I remember Shakila used to do something. Now she's totally into yoga and a lot of different things. So Shakila's contents have changed. Correct, Shakila?
Yes.
From let's say 10 years back. Okay, the contents have completely changed. In fact, yeah. But but has the isn't this whole lot of abilities which were you being used by you at that time are still being used, or maybe more used, some more, some less. I'm not saying the quantification, but what remains is the engine. Where the train goes, which where the passes through the forest, or it passes through a tunnel, or it passes through a village or a dirty city, the engine still stays the same in that sense. In the sense, the engine is what drives the whole train, isn't it? In that sense, it's the abilities that drive us throughout our lives. The contents of our life will keep changing. In which sense, if you ask me what is education, to me, education is both acquiring, refining, developing, mastering, collating, nothing else but abilities. Especially in today's time when actually information is available time a dozen, any information can be got. So the only real thing is now, how do I, what abilities I have. Like Arna was trying to tell me, dad has I am forgetting his words, but he was trying to tell me yesterday that he has some system where he can talk by being while driving. And I was trying to say it's not safe. He was saying, no, it's safe. He was trying to convince me. So he could put the dots together to come up with this whole lot of arguments in favor of his demand, which was amazing. Which is why you will often hear us at Aarohi talk, share, reflect on, plan on, observe on abilities, not on anything else so much. Yeah, we will talk about the interest, but believe me, we are not interested so much in the interest, because it's the child who should be interested in his interests. What we are interested are in the abilities. Hmm. Any thoughts? Like the way we say, the container is what we want to work with, not the contents. The container, which is the child, will work on the contents, but we want to work not with the contents but the container, with the abilities. Thought nahi hai. Some thought somebody, oh, there's so many people. Roshni, Shakila, Priyanka, Namrata is also there. Okay, I'm just seeing the people with video off, so trying to see them without the video. See, that's an ability to imagine, visualize. How's your nose looking today?
So right now we are just focusing on the abilities, but not per se seeing how those abilities are used, right?
Yeah,
We're
well,
like right now only
how does it
focusing
matter?
on observe. It
Yeah, yeah.
matters in a sense. Suppose if someone is fighting
Hmm.
and always fighting,
Hey,
always
always nahi
fighting.
hota. Hello, hello, hello. Ruko, ruko, ruko. You all is it 24/7 every minute?
No, no.
No,
Always
then
in the
why is it
sense,
always?
suppose
No,
most
no.
of the time. No.
What data you have? Please get me data for the last 6 years. Then I will talk about it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That's what you are getting, data centric. I am getting ability centric.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you are collecting data. I am not collecting data. I am looking at the ability that is being used, let's say now,
Mhm.
yesterday, tomorrow, whatever.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with the data, Namrata. I'm not trying to say
Yeah,
don't
I
do
got
that.
it. But I think that changes the entire focus, I guess, what you're
That
trying to
changes
say.
the game.
Got it.
Somebody said in the finals, I don't know if you watched World Cup. Okay. Spain focused on abilities while Argentina was focusing on Messi. And that's why Argentina lost. Again, that's okay, football thing. Not everybody here needs to be connected to football, but I guess that much is the news. ठीक है. So I again leave it to you to think how important are these. But from Arohi, you will all the time hear this. abilities. We will focus on abilities. Obviously, you as a parent are free to focus on whatever you want to focus on. uh, yes, we will always ask the child, what do you want to do, because the container needs to act on some contents, as you very rightly said. They have to be used somewhere. Only then, not just we can see, only then the child can be using it. But the contents is what the child decide. Container is what we work on. So often we will introduce in a very subtle way, in a different way, and we will discover that how do we do that. Another ability into a mix of abilities that is already happening, just for the fun of it. Let's try this ability today. Sometimes very subtly, covertly, sometimes overtly. Sometimes ask children, do you want to plan for this ability? Like other day we were talking about, where would you like to use cheating as an ability? Is cheating an ability? Very, very important ability. Extremely important ability. If I can cheat all the wonderful things that people here in this group of how many? 11 people, so 10 other than me. If I can cheat all your interesting things, not as in your formulas, your styles, your strategies, your way of doing things, then I can become so much more richer. So okay, so let's play a little game, right? Again, the idea is we'll just explore the abilities. Maybe then you will get the idea. So this is not just one. We'll keep coming back to abilities as many times as you all want to. Yeah, because for us it is like the prima important, right? So we'll play a game called name, place, animal, thing. Yeah, you're all familiar with this game? Name, place, animal, thing. So I will share a cluster of abilities. I'm calling them a cluster because it's like a category of abilities. And I'll put you in some breakout rooms. We are about 10 people. So maybe three, yeah, three, four. That would be okay. Yeah. And what you have to do is you have to think of one person who you think has, really uses these abilities a lot. It can be you also, but the same name you can't use for different ones. So if you have chosen, let's say, if you've chosen yourself or let's say your spouse, then don't choose the spouse for another one. There will be multiple rounds, right? You can only use one person in a round. So you have to choose a name. You have to think of a place where you need to use this ability, right? These kind of abilities. Then you have to think of an animal which you think uses this kind of ability, an actual animal, bird, insect, whatever. And you have to think of a thing which is involved in using this kind of ability. An item, a material object. Don't say phone, because phone by itself is too broad, right? It's like paper and pen and paper. It can be used for and literally anything. So not the generic things, specific things. Instructions clear? Any doubts? Anybody? So you will go into the breakout room, preferably on the video, at least in breakout rooms, even if you
Can you
don't want.
repeat? Sorry, can you repeat? I missed the name and place.
Okay, so name is a person who uses these kind of abilities a lot, whom you know. And it could be a famous person. Also, it could be somebody who is in your family, friends, whatever. Okay, excluding me, please. Okay. Then a place where you use these kind of abilities, an animal also who shows these kind of abilities, and a thing which you use for these kind of abilities, or which requires these kind of, an object or a tool or a resource or an equipment or a machine which specifically uses these abilities. Don't use general tools like phone and drawing books and stuff like that, right? Good. So we'll go in. So in the breakout room, we will um, we will do 3 rounds, right? I will keep changing the slide, and so you discuss the three, and then we will come back. Is that okay? So we'll do three in one round, then three in one. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Uh, okay. Let me make it four rooms now that we are 11. Okay, it's approximately 3332. Okay.
Ratnesh, I might be on and off. Um, I'm middle of the travel.
Okay, fair enough. First ability is musical abilities. Name, place, animal, thing for musical abilities. Okay, I'm moving ahead to the second slide. Yep. If you still have left, you can do musical as well as the next one, which is visual abilities. Akansha, you can join room 4. Kanupriya will tell you what we are doing. I've also shared the third slide, which is body abilities. Where we use our body in different ways. So you can do music, visual, and body all together. Hi, Prachi. Yeah. Okay, welcome back. I don't know if this was enough time or not, but how was it to think about it in this way, about abilities? Even if you could not think of all four for all these three, obviously you can do this as a family workout, over dinner or in a car ride, and place this name, place, animal thing on different abilities. So you can play this as a game and pay me the royalty for this game. But how was it? How was it? Any thoughts doing this?
It was pushing our abilities to to understand and to comprehend and to think.
Yes.
Brain exercise.
Sure, sure. But I'm more looking at responses on the lines of in terms of just exploring, understanding, getting in touch with the abilities themselves.
Brought a new dimension, the abilities, like
Mm-hmm.
how to look at the abilities. Yeah.
Okay.
I realized that we are speaking. I mean, when we looked at abilities, we are picking up only the ones which
Karthik,
are
go
the
ahead.
big ticket. But
Sorry,
they are
which are?
which are best at it. Like when it comes to music, we picked up only one person who is a great musician. But it's like,
Sure, sure.
but there are many others. Like we had so many choices as we kept going to the second and third one. The
Mhm,
options were popping because we started thinking in those lines.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, 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 sure.
I felt quite abundant in terms of like, even when I was thinking of different names, I was also seeing that, okay, I also have these abilities. Maybe, as Karthik is saying, it may not be how much, like, not in the quantification or comparison level, but I was just feeling very like relaxed, like there's a lot of abilities within me,
Mhm.
or all of it.
Okay, so let's play one more round. Let's take up because we have at Aarohi categorized abilities into nine you can say buckets or whatever you want to call it, nine categories. So we did three. We'll do one more round of three. Maybe this time you yourself can place a constraint. That okay, name I will not choose a star as in a public figure. Rather, I'll choose from my, let's say, friends, or I'll choose from all my classmates from school and college. I know any constraint you want to put on yourself, right? And so on. So you can try yourself and see what that brings. Yep. So I'm recreating the rooms. Right. I hope it has reshuffled. Okay. Okay. I'm again opening the rooms. So we are starting with interpersonal abilities, which relates to relating to people. Iram, you have to join room 2. Yeah. Iram, you have to join room 2.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
You have to join your
Yeah,
breakout room. Room
it's
2.
not giving me an option to join. Uh,
No, it would be somewhere in the screen.
Anyways, my flight is taking off. Thank you, Rutni. I
Okay.
Thank
Sure,
you.
sure.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, the next category is the thinking abilities. Again, I'm not defining what are thinking abilities. Whatever you think are thinking abilities, you decide. Right? But whatever would fall under thinking abilities. Yeah, hi. We are moving on to the sixth one, which is logic or mathematical abilities. Okay, some thoughts. Now that you are in the second round, I'm sure you're getting better at it.
In our room, dog featured in all three abilities. Namrata and I were in consensus about it.
Sure, sure. So let's ban all the common animals. Let's go beyond the normal spectrum. Like the duck-bill platypus, which recently featured here in one Jatres. Let's go beyond the common ones. Yeah, anything else? Is this, as you are thinking about different categories, either you can maybe comment on the category itself, or you can, like Roshni commented, on the dog itself, or whatever else. Anything that you like to share with the rest of the groups.
I think when you shared about abilities, and not about how those are used, not focusing on how they are used, but focusing on the ability itself, it gives me so much of peace within and the power also to plan that my child has this ability, and what kind of planning I can do to enhance the usage of this ability in this simple game which you just right now made us play. So yeah, entirely my focus was previously on doing, now it is on being.
श्योर नम्रता, जब प्रेशर कुकर खरीदते हैं तो ऐसे थोड़ी सोचते हैं कि हस्बैंड को कुक करेंगे. Correct.
Things mein bahut, I mean, I was at least struggling with things. It was not very quick to kind of relate, connect for me.
Okay.
For me, it was place.
For me, in the name section, I'm not able to go to the bigger names. I'm just revolving inside my circle.
Yeah, that's fair enough actually, because that's actually better. Because you can go back, you can now observe more and see, okay, how they are using and what can I gain from them. So yeah, actually, that's the final objective. Really, we'll play the third round quickly, and then we'll have a little chat about abilities itself in terms of whatever thoughts and questions you have. So let's do one more round of Right. I'm opening the rooms from 7th category onwards. The next ability category is nature and scientific abilities. This is the last one, the verbal abilities. So we'll close this quickly. See if you can wind this up in 30 seconds and we'll come back to the main room. Okay. Right. So we've kind of broadly covered the 9 categories. And obviously, in each categories, there can be multiple abilities. So you can draw up your own list. Aarohi has a list of 35 abilities within these 9s. If you already don't have that list, I can share with you in the
Yeah,
Discord
I
after
was
the
about
session.
to ask that.
Yeah, but you can have your own list. So let me not hurry. Let me post it
हाँ
after some 6, 7 years. Uh,
ये 9 abilities तो पोस्ट कर दो.
हाँ जल्दी कर दूंगा 9 साल में. But meanwhile, any thoughts? Anything quickly? What time we are on? Oops, 57. Not just about the activity. The activity was to just churn through a lot of different abilities. That there's such a wide range of abilities. They are different. We use at different times, and so on. But yeah, quick thoughts, and then we'll just end with a small reflection.
I'm like now excited to hear from Adi, Pavan, or anyone who comes, any kid who comes, and then ask them what are they, what abilities they can come up with.
Okay, so you want to play this game with them?
Yeah,
Next card
here,
game.
huh, more than game, here, what are the abilities?
Sure, sure.
What they think are the abilities?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
So
I'll see the whole world with abilities.
yeah, that's very, very interesting. And one interesting way to do that, Prachi, is to pluck one ability a day. You have a whole wild garden of abilities. Pluck one and say, today I will find this anywhere and everywhere.
Yes.
And you will find this in movies. You'll find that in characters on the road. You will find it maybe in your child, maybe in yourself, maybe in things, maybe in stories. I don't know where all you will find it.
Yes.
Ratnesh is frozen, no? Or only for me?
Yeah, he's frozen. Breathing
Let's figure
ability.
out the abilities here.
Sorry, I think I got logged out. I missed the joke.
That's your ability.
Sorry.
Ability to lose out.
The ability to lose out. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so it's already 8 o'clock, so I don't want to step over the time too much, but I will leave you with a small reflection which you can again do just for yourself or with your family or whomsoever. Use your hand. Think of one ability which is like not so much use, which represents your little finger. If you seeing my video, which is like kind of a sweet ability of yours, but just that you don't use it too much. Okay, so that can be your little finger ability, and you can draw it here or write it here. And then you have this ring finger, so an ability which you are engaged to. You like it so much. Though it may not be so useful or liked by others, but you are engaged to. Then an ability which is big in you, but you don't really use it so much, but you have it big time in you, right? Something like this. The big finger. Yeah. The ability on the index finger is what you use for pointing at others, judging them, criticizing them, giving them feedback, catching them, So that's the pointy finger, the pointy finger abilities. And the thumb, which is one of your, the ability which holds you together, like kind of holds your hand together, which is like super functional, super reliable, sails you out in different places. Yeah. So once again, sweet and little, engaged in, not necessarily very useful. Big, but not used so much. Pointing at others, and which is your main core, one of your core abilities which holds you out together. Yeah, if you can share this in Discord, which are these 5 of yours, and again you can do this with others and whomever. Yeah, so we just started this journey of abilities. I'm sure we'll keep revisiting them because there's so much to talk about them, there's so much to observe, and we can play different games in Discord, Kanupriya, with respect to finding abilities and so on and so forth. Yep. So thank you. Enjoy this lens. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.